Leaders from around the world have gathered in New York for the 76th edition of the United Nations General Assembly. On the sidelines of the global diplomatic event earlier today, Prime Minister Modi had three major bilaterals. He met Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison. He then met US Vice President Kamala Harris. And then the third bilateral of the day was with Japanese Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga. This comes ahead of the first in-person Quad summit in Washington. Leaders of India, US, Japan and Australia are set to meet for the first in-person Quad summit. US President will also be hosting the dignitaries at the White House.
WION USA Direct from Washington, D.C. with Siddhant Sibal.
And for more on this, let's go across to our principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sibal, who is tracking all the developments in Washington, D.C. Siddhant, and thank you so much for joining us. Now, as you know, we saw three major bilaterals between Prime Minister Modi and Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison, then Yoshihide Suga, and also US Vice President Kamala Harris. What were the key highlights of these meetings before the Quad, we know that is?
Well, significant set of meetings by the Indian Prime Minister on day one of his engagement here in Washington. Let's start with the Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison. Both leaders meeting in person after a long time. They have been having conversations, but what was the key outcome? Of course, there were other issues like Indo-Pacific and the usual issues on supply chains naturally being discussed. But the AUKUS Pact was also discussed with the Australian side, briefing the Indian side on the AUKUS Pact. Remember, this pact between the US, UK and Australia is all about giving Australia nuclear submarines, but it has riled up France, a key ally of both for India, and of course Australia also being the other key ally. This is the second time that the Australian Prime Minister has briefed the Indian side. The Indian Prime Minister, in fact, on the AUKUS Pact. Also in the past, when the AUKUS Pact was to be announced, he had kept him in loop. The other big bilateral was with the Vice President Harris. That bilateral was about many things, but above all, it was the optics of the Indian-American Vice President welcoming the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The symbolism was huge. Of course, during the conversation, we saw the opening statements, but during the conversation, closed-door conversations, Harris discussed the issue of Pakistan. How Pakistan has been supporting and aiding terrorism. That was a worry for the region, for India, for US. It's a security challenge. And lastly, with the Prime Minister of Japan, Suga, who talked about the fact that, of course, his tenure is coming to an end, but he will tell his the next person, the next Prime Minister, that India should be a top priority. And India has always been a top priority for Tokyo, and New Delhi has also been reaching out. Right. Bullet train was discussed during that meeting. Remember, bullet train has been a symbol of India-Japanese cooperation. Japanese have also been involved in a number of connectivity projects, a number of infrastructure projects in India, and making sure that India connects to the wider region.
Right, Siddhant. Also, all eyes for now the big bilateral between President Joe Biden and Prime Minister Narendra Modi. What can we expect on that front?
Well, yes, tomorrow the Indian Prime Minister will be hosted by the US President Joe Biden in the building behind me. This is the first in-person meeting between the two leaders. Lot of expectations, lot of hopes. They have been engaging with each other, not only just Joe Biden as the president, but also Joe Biden in his capacity in the previous administrations as well. The momentum is the fact that should continue. Both sides will be keen that the relationship cements and further grows, evolves as well. The number of sectors from defense to space to artificial intelligence, and of course people-to-people relationship that form the core of this relationship. The other big bilateral, of course, is the other big meeting other than this bilateral is the Quad Summit. The Quad Summit happens India time post 11:30 p.m. So it's, of course, will be a long night in India, but a long day here in Washington, and a significant day where the leaders of the four countries, India, Australia, Japan and US coming together, talking about the convergences. We already know that the virtual summit has happened on 12th of March, and the virtual summit basically had one key outcome on the initiative, the vaccine initiative, under which the American vaccines will be produced in India and financed and logistically supported by the Japanese and the Australians. So this time as well, we do expect a lot of initiatives to be announced and perhaps a tougher language when it comes to dealing with countries who are not following the rules-based international order. That, of course, goes without name. That is China. It is seen as an anti-China group that has been dismissed by the members of the Quad grouping. China has been calling Quad as Asian NATO. The members have been saying no, it's about diplomatic initiative, about convergences based on issues. And at the end of the day, Quad basically is just not a new grouping. It's just formalized this year. It has been in existence in 2004 after the tsunami hit the Indian Ocean region. There have been off and on attempts on engagement, but formally and finally it will be formalized tomorrow at the White House.
Right, Siddhant, thank you so much for bringing us all the latest on that from Ground Zero. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.